What's up, y'all? Let me wipe this stuff off my head. I was actually just sitting here going through some of, papers that I had stashed away in the storage downstairs, and I brought some up to my room and actually found a old letter that one of my comrades had wrote to me while he was incarcerated for manslaughter and a gun charge. And I had requested him to write this so I can share it with the youth while, in my father's program, School of Skills in New York. And I held on to the letter. It's a letter that I used to go around the country and read it. And this letter was so impactful that it would literally have parents, teachers, pastors crying when I would read this letter, and I wanted to read it to y'all. It's called Just an Ordinary Day by Angel Rodriguez. DIN number 9583221, Mohawk Correctional Facility, to School of Skills. 6 a.m., mandatory wake up. Everybody has to wake up and make their beds. Then we can lay back down. 7 a.m., breakfast. I have to walk for about 15 minutes in the cold to go and eat a little bowl of cereal and some toast. 7:30, 8 a.m. I'm back in my dorm. I can go back to sleep, but I can't get under the covers. So I have to sleep with my clothes on to stay warm, and I have to put something over my eyes because all the lights are on. 8:45, 6 new guys come into my dorm. Out of those 6, 3 will sign into PC, and 1 or 2 will get cut or extorted. 9 a.m., they call yard over the loudspeaker. You go to the yard and stay until 11. A couple of guys go. I choose to stay and get some sleep. 9:30, 10 a.m., I woke up because the COs are in the cube next to mine. Something must have happened to the kid who sleeps in there because they are packing his stuff up. 11 a.m., the rest of the guys come back from the yard. Everybody is quiet. You can tell something happened. The CO calls count time. We have to stand up in our cubes and stay quiet until he counts all of us. After that, guys come to my cube and tell me what happened in the yard. The kid in the cube next to mine got punched in the mouth. They knocked out 6 of his front teeth and his jaw snapped in half and went back in his mouth. A couple of his teeth got stuck in his tongue. I feel sorry for him. He just turned 19. 12 p.m., I go to lunch. I walk again in the cold to go and get 2 bologna and cheese sandwiches and a small cup of juice. 12:30 p.m., I'm back in my dorm. Everybody's talking about the kid that got punched. You can tell that they don't really care. It's just something to talk about. 1 p.m., they call programs. If you have a program like school or something, you go and come back at 3. I go and work out for an hour. 2 p.m., I go to take a shower. It's a big room with a lot of showers. There are no curtains or walls. I go in there and there are 3 people taking showers. 2 are naked and 1 has his boxers on. I take a shower with my boxers because I don't like other men seeing me naked. After I finish my shower, I go to my cube and put lotion, deodorant, and all that on. I look across the dorm and see some guys in another cube taking all the stuff out of there. The kid is at programs. They are robbing him while he's gone. I want to say something, but I can't or I'm going to have problems. 3 p.m., everybody comes back from programs. The CO takes another count. I look over to the kid whose stuff got robbed. He looks like he can't believe what happened. I feel sorry for him. The CO calls mail call. Everybody waits to see if they got mail. Only a few get some. A guy comes to show me some new pictures he's got. They are pictures of his daughter. After he leaves, I start thinking about my son, who I haven't seen in 5 years. I miss him. There's more. 3:30 p.m. I go out and watch some TV for a little while. I look up at the bathroom and see some guys beating up a kid. It's the kid whose stuff got robbed. They beating him up to make sure he doesn't tell. I turn around and go back to watching TV. 4:30 p.m., I go to dinner. They're having rice with a chicken patty, one of the best meals in jail. 5 p.m., I go back to my cube. I see the kid who got robbed. He couldn't go to dinner because the COs would have seen the lumps on his face. I don't want him to be hungry, so I give him 4 slices of bread and some peanut butter and jelly. He looks at me like I just saved his life. I look at his face. It's not that bad. I start talking to him. I find out that he's 17 and he dropped out of school to start selling drugs. Now he realizes he should have stayed in school. He makes his sandwiches and I leave his cube. I didn't have the heart to tell him that for the next 2 years, his life is going to be hell. 6 p.m., I go and watch TV again. I'm waiting for them to call yard. When they do, I go out and chill with my man. While we just kicking it, I tell him everything that happened in my dorm. He tells me everything in his dorm. 2 guys got robbed and somebody's stuff was set on fire. They playing baseball, so we go and watch. It's a good game and we have fun watching. It feels good to have fun, but it's not for long because somebody just got cut next to the basketball court. We go over there and we see a whole bunch of blood. We go back to the benches and just start talking about how much we want to go home. 9 p.m., I go back to my dorm. I see the COs walking with the kid who got robbed. He just signed into PC. He looks at me and I can feel his pain. He looks so young. I go back to my cube and I read for a little while. 10 p.m., I go to see the news and see the same stuff is happening. 11 p.m., the day is over. They turn off all the lights and we have to go to bed. As I'm laying in bed, I start thinking about my life. I put my head under the covers and cry. I cry for myself. I cry for the kid who got his teeth knocked out. I cry for the son that don't even know me. I cry for the kid who got cut. I cry for the guy who got robbed and beat up. And I cry because I know tomorrow is going to bring the same pain it brought today. I don't really need to say too much more other than I hope that all who listened, heard, felt that letter can share this video with a young lady, young man that's on the wrong path or even entertaining the thought of joining a gang, selling drugs, robbing, whatever it is. It would be in your best interest to think again.